It was a dark, stormy October night when Ben and Mike approached the house.
Trick or treat!
But there was no answer.
Maybe they're out. Trick or treating in other houses.
Maybe we should go round the back.
Yes.
But before they could, the door slowly opened.
And a cat approached them from inside. A small black cat. How very topical, Ben said.
I agree, Mike said.
And then a hand clutched the frame of the door.
Sorry, that was me. I almost fell over.
And a man's voice echoed through the chambers of the dark hallways.
Ooh.
Hello.
Oh. I think this is Macy Gray's house.
Hello, said Ben in his usual confident tone.
Hello, said Mike, not sounding confident at all.
Welcome to my home, said the man. We'll call him Jason Gray.
We've decided, me and Ben, to call you Jason Gray.
But my name is Vincent.
Jason Gray's a much better name, I think you'll agree.
Let us not squander or squabble over names. Come inside. I have many treats for you.
I hope one of them is a thesaurus.
And acting lessons. So Ben and Mike entered the large... Was it a castle or a house?
It was a house.
A large house that looked a bit like a castle from afar.
I thought it was a castle from afar, said Mike.
Yes, the estate agents are very sneaky.
So where are these treats you promised us, Mr. Gray?
Came the cat's voice as the door closed on its tail.
Oh, I thought those were your knees.
Yes, I'd like some treats as well, please, said Ben, sounding a bit like Oliver. Only more polite. Follow me to the kitchen, where I have a large collection of knives.
Woo!
He's
said
gonna...
Mike excitedly.
Maybe he'll do some juggling.
Oh, that sounds fun.
They followed him down the hall and into the kitchen. It was dark and dank, just like the rest of the house, with cobwebs and slime on the floor. It was a health inspector's nightmare.
You know, you got a real snail problem in this house, said Mike.
Yes, but they're too quick to catch, said Vincent, lying unconvincingly.
Man, how slow is this guy? Said Mike, quietly to Ben.
I know. It's taken us 10 minutes to get down the hall.
Maybe we can just, push past him.
Mike, that would be horribly rude. Did someone say horribly crude?
No, stop listening to our conversation. Gary, or whatever your name was.
My name was Vincent, but you got me Jason.
That's it, Jason. Thanks for reminding me.
Come to the fridge. It's very large. Large enough, you might say, to fit 2 humans.
We get it, you got a big fridge.
I hope you got lots of chocolate inside, and milk, and vegetables.
Vegetables for Halloween?
Well, no, I just hope he has a well-stocked fridge.
What, for his sake?
Yeah.
He probably gets those microwave meals delivered to him, poor old fella.
So they walked over to the fridge, which was, as the man had said, very large. It was also grey, an uninviting colour for a fridge, and Ben wondered what kind of manufacturer would make this colour fridge.
Well, it says Smeg on the front of it, so...
Oh, yes. Let me open the fridge door for you with my hand.
I can manage, thanks.
Mike opened the door and it sounded like this.
That was a good fridge noise.
It was a silent door, a feature he'd paid extra for.
No, it was like...
Ah,
Yeah.
you're very quiet. Ah,
There you go.
it sounded like a packet of crisps.
No, that's more of a...
Ah, and when the fridge door opened, they were horrified to find inside...
Cheese strings!
the devil's cheese.
What a strange brand of cheese.
Yes, and the man had a giant 4-foot cheese string.
Can we have that one?
No, that's for my dog, he said.
It's a lot of cheese for a dog. He might be sick.
Yes, and doesn't the cat get scared of the dog, or do you have both? Do you not trust me? Said Vincent, looking at Mike directly in the eyes.
Not particularly, to be fair. I mean, I've only just met you.
You are a very mean person.
Whoa, insults.
No cheese strings for you.
Let's get him.
Actually, he hasn't said I can't have any cheese strings yet. I think I'd like to see where this plays out.
Well, get one for me, will you?
No, you can have one, and you must not share, he said as he handed Ben the cheese string.
Don't tell him, Ben, but I'm going to push the fridge onto him.
So Ben stood silently, holding his cheese string, watching Mike. It's probably best you didn't have a cheese string. You sound constipated. Do you mind not spoiling yourself in my kitchen?
Oh, as if you'd notice in this place. Filthy.
Mike, that's very mean. It's nice.
Look at it. Look at all the cobwebs. Look at the floor.
It's character.
Character. You'd live in a place like this.
Oh, thanks.
I was actually asking, but I think you answered that for me.
You are welcome to live with me, said Vincent. Mike, quick, hurry up and push the fridge over him before I end up living here.
I'm trying. It's really, really big, though.
Would you like some help?
Yeah, go on. Just don't tell him, all right?
And so the cat came in and stood on two paws as it held onto the fridge, helping Mike to push it over. It said, counting down as it pushed.
This is a really weird cat.
Do not insult my cat. While you tried to kill me by pushing the fridge on me. I should move out the way, really.
Yeah, well, knowing how slow you are.
Right, I'm going to move, he said, slowly shuffling along the floor with all the speed of a tortoise.
You know what, Vincent? I think it's time you cooled down.
Way, we did it!
Yeah, we killed an old man.
And with that, there was a puff of smoke as the cat suddenly transformed into a small boy.
Oh!
How you saved me! He tricked me into coming into his house and then turned me into this cat.
When did this happen?
About 5 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know how many furballs I've gone through?
Well, no. But I imagine it's a lot.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, more than a normal child would go through, I imagine.
Yeah, it's like about 4 or 5 a week, and there's 52 weeks. So that's, about 250 a year. I've been here for about 5 years.
You know,
So
Ben, I'm
that's
starting to think we should have pushed the
150.
fridge over onto the cat.
Well, there's another fridge here. Let's do that.
Okay, well, that one's on you.
Well, no, it's on him. Hey!
Hey!
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Freeze frame and the credits roll. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was our introduction to the Halloween. I'm just seeing your face. Goes so well.
Thank you.
That was our introduction to this week's Halloween-themed episode.
Ooh, we hope you enjoyed it.
It's not finished yet. We've only...
No, the intro.
Oh.
Not the whole thing.
It's a time travel episode. But yes, we hope you enjoyed the episode. And now let's move... No, enjoyed the story. Got me confused now. And now let's move on to some ideas.
Woo!
So, Mike, how have you come dressed as this Halloween?
Well, Ben, I thought I could be a clown because people find clowns scary. Thought I could also be a ghost because ghosts are spooky. And I thought, maybe witch. I thought, why not combine all of them? I'm a witch, clown, ghost.
With spider webs.
With a
spider
spider shirt. Who are you come dressed as?
Professor McGonagall.
Oh, of course.
She's my favourite witch.
Hey!
Who doesn't sound anything like that. And anyway, enough with these.
Oh, enough of that.
Hats.
Oh, I'm bald.
He said bored. I'm bored of Halloween.
Oh, it's a ghost cat. Look at that.
Ooh. Stripped off. So I've got my Where's Wally? Find him before he finds you, and I'm standing away from the microphone.
You sound a microphone.
It won't make any difference. It'll probably make me louder if anything.
To be fair. You got this webbing which keeps getting caught on me. That's going to be fun. Well, anyway, as we've said, it's the Halloween special. And all our ideas are Halloween ideas.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. What you come up with Christmas ideas, Ben?
No, I've got Halloween ideas. Yes.
Well, you know how Santa comes around every Halloween. Who's going first, actually?
Well, you made the most effort with your costumes, so I'll let you go first.
Oh, well, you know, with that power, I'm going to let you go first.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay, very well. Well, to avoid a podcast of us politely offering each other games first for about 20 minutes.
The polite podcast. No, before you. No, for you.
So yes, my first idea is, you know how like with villains, we often see them as adults.
Yes.
And then like sometimes they do like prequels where you see them as kids and they look a little bit shady, but like they look like a normal kid, and then something happens that makes them become a villain.
Yeah, well they're doing that Mufasa film, aren't they? Which is coming out soon, I think.
Yes. But I thought, what if there's sort of a kids TV series along the same vein as like My Parents Are Aliens, that kind of tone, but it's where there's a kid and he's obviously going to be the evil villain when he grows up. So he's got like black hair, like black makeup, not like
he's an emo.
Yeah, well, not like an emo or goth, but like
he's got all the scars down his arm.
Yeah, no.
You said yeah. Yes. Oh no, wait, no.
But his like teeth are pointy as well, and like he wears like black polo necks. This is just regular goth, isn't it?
It is.
We need to find some other way.
What about like an evil scientist?
Yeah, maybe he's got like the wild white hair.
Yeah. He's got like crazy swirls in his eyes.
Yeah, and his name, which is the only thing I got really from him, is Lucifer Evilson.
That's a good name.
But it's one of those where none of the other characters will acknowledge that he seems evil. It's just, he's a bit of a character.
Oh, did you see he cut his hand up and replaced it with a hook as well? Oh, Lucifer.
But they just see him as like normal, one of their gang. And then in the future, like they'll go, we had no idea he's going to be. But even though he's like clearly
yeah.
Maybe he's got like some sort of pet that he keeps with him, like a rat or something on his shoulder.
Or a spider.
And
the deadly Arabian tarantula. It's very good, yeah? I don't know if I am doing a German accent.
Are you stereotyping Germans?
Yes.
Even though I have a friendly voice.
How you doing? I'm Gunther. You like a schnitzel? No, thanks. I went before I came out.
Oh, very good.
Oh, thank you.
So it'll be a TV series, and I guess each week you'd do like evil things and get away with it, or not get away with it, end up in detention. You
shall rue this day.
Yeah. So any ideas what sort of things could go down?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. What do like evil villains do?
Well, they steal stuff. Maybe it'd be like sort of petty versions of evil things, like stealing sweets or like stealing food from the canteen.
Oh, that'd be a good one. What about if he like kidnaps the class pet?
Yeah.
And he's got like a little hamster tied to a chair.
Where's it making you squeal?
Yeah, he's got like, you know, the laser thing in the Goldfinger. It's a hamster.
I've been expecting you, headmaster.
Stroking his tarantula. Get out of my chair, Lucifer.
Oh, yeah, maybe there's like evil announcements on the tannoy as well. You are all going to die. Also, we have chicken drumsticks for dinner.
And the chicken drumsticks are poisoned! That is all for today. Thank you.
And maybe he has to do like an essay for English and he writes like a horror story like people getting murdered and killed.
Yeah. He does you know, like Who Inspires Me. And he writes about Jeffrey Dahmer or something.
He's reading it out like horrific things. Like they just pan around to the class. Kids are always sitting there like pale faced, like. And the teacher's like, "Yes, that was very good."
See me after class. I like it. Lucifer Evilson.
I imagine he'd have a couple of friends as well, because they always seem to.
Yeah.
Have a couple of sidekicks.
Yeah, like famous villain sidekicks.
Ooh, Bunny and Clyde.
Yeah. Whose sidekick were they?
No, oh yeah, I thought you meant two people.
Oh no.
Sidekicks.
Well, you know, talking about Mufasa, you got the hyenas from The Lion King.
Yeah. They're always laughing at his jokes.
Yeah.
What about like the Great Train Robbery, and there's like a getaway driver. Was it Ronnie Biggs? Was he?
I think so. I can't remember. He was one of them. I know that.
Or maybe it's like Ronnie and Clive. Like,
Ronnie and Clive, I like that.
So it's like hinting at their.
Yeah.
So a girl called Ronnie and a guy called Clive, or a boy called Clive.
Yeah, a guy. Yeah, I got held back.
And who would be the head? But because that's the thing. Would the headmaster be secretly evil himself, and Lucifer like manages to foil his plans inadvertently?
No, I think he should be like really super kind. Like he believes in like rehabilitating Lucifer.
Yeah.
You know, he just doesn't see the wood for the trees. He can't see how evil this boy
Yes,
is.
that's true, because everyone's meant to think he's good.
Yeah.
Well,
Who's built like a nuclear bomb for a science club or something.
Yeah. And the science bit, and he's just there with a massive bomb.
I shall detonate it in 5 minutes. I thought you were going to do a countdown bomb. You're silly, I'm here. I'm going to blow myself up.
Just running away. So yeah, and I do like the idea though of there being a teacher who does something and he sort of inadvertently or purposely foils the teacher's plan.
Like he's trying to do something evil himself, and yeah.
No, I'm the evil one in this school.
Yeah, I like that actually. Yeah.
Ooh, maybe in one episode he does something really nice, and one of the teachers tries to like tell the class that he done it nice. He's like, "No, I must retain my reputation."
Yeah.
So like he kidnaps the teacher and locks her in the cupboard or something, and then dresses up as the teacher.
Good evening, class.
Good evening.
Sorry to keep you all so late. I like it.
That's Lucifer Evil.
I like the name as well. I can. Is it like a? Because I'm imagining like animated. And now you said like, my parents are aliens.
Yeah. Well, I thought live action animated could work. There's a cartoon that my nephew and niece watch called Loud House, I think it is.
Okay.
That sort of I can imagine it in that style animation. There's also one where it's set on an island, and it's a bit like I'm a Celebrity, they have to do challenges and get voted out. I can't remember what it's called, but that style of animation will work as well.
Ooh. So is that just like random... Is that just like actual characters in that show?
Yeah.
It's not like you've got Bugs Bunny and you've got Mickey
No,
Mouse
no,
and you've
it's
got...
like a character.
Ah,
No.
that would be so cool.
Make a note.
Yeah, I will. Where's my phone?
I've destroyed him!
No! Damn you, Lucifer!
Oh, and his parents, they got to come for parents' evening. And do you reckon they'd be like really normal? Or
I
they'd
think
be
they should
dark
be
as
really
well?
normal.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like his great grandfather was an evil scientist or something, and he admires him.
Yeah. Oh, I like that 'cause it's a nice
Yeah.
sort of heartwarming story of evilness.
He skinned 15 people alive. Yeah.
Well, the thing
Maybe
is,
not that, but
I was going to say the thing is, if like we're setting it in today's times, then his grandfather would he been alive during World War II and a German? We're going to be a bit careful.
no, I like that. Keep that.
My father was a Nazi. My grandfather, sorry.
Not my father. He's a Nancy.
It's funny because my grandfather tried to kill him many times. Oh, those family games. Butcher's a sibling. I have no siblings.
Because I won the game. No, I like it.
So yeah, that's my idea. Lucifer Evilson.
Well, I look forward to watching it.
Who would you like to play if you were in?
Oh, probably like if it was a live action one, probably like the cleaner or something.
Yeah.
Or I'll be the lunch lady.
Yeah, a sporting character.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like just a kid in the... Oh, I'm a bit old now. I was going to say a kid in the class who's like the nerdy one. Oh, a bit like Millhouse who always end up like... But no, I could be one of the teachers, I think.
You'd be a great teacher. You could be the one who's like, hey, instead of, shooting our friends with lasers, why don't we talk out our issues?
Yeah. At school council.
Yeah.
So Lucifer, hi. Do you want to share what's going on in your life?
I want to kill everyone!
Okay, well let's dive into that feeling. Yeah. But anyway, that's long gone. That was an idea from ages ago.
Oh, from all those minutes ago.
So what's your idea?
Oh, well, Ben. Last year, for the Halloween episode, and probably the year before that, I came up with ideas for escape rooms.
Yeah. Have you got another one for
I
us?
have!
We can't escape these escape rooms.
Well, I was in Morrison's.
Oh, I've tried to escape from Morrison's.
It's terrible, isn't
Been
it?
trapped in there when it's like rush hour at Christmas.
Oh, I was in Tesco today and it was a nightmare. But I digress.
I was in Asda once. I was in there for 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah, I was working there at the time.
Very good. So, I've got an idea for a spin-off.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't remember, last year it was like a haunted... You know these haunted house attractions you have, especially in America?
Yeah.
You go from room to room and there'll be a spooky thing in each room.
Yeah.
It's that, but you have to solve puzzles in order to get from room to room and then escape the house.
That was the one you did last year.
That was the one I did last year. This one, I was in Morrison's.
Oh, Tim Morrison.
To Morrison's.
To Morrison. When they merge.
Yeah.
But then if people say, let's go to Morrison's.
Let's go to Morrison's.
Yeah.
You got a stammer coming on. No, I was in Morrison's, the regular one, and there was a guy in there who had, I think he was autistic. Before I continue, I'm not making fun of anyone with any disabilities, but he also had Tourette's, and so he kept shouting out. But the thing is, he would shout out like every, say, 30, 40 seconds, but I could hear him getting closer to me. Because I heard him coming in. Yeah, and it's like, oh, man, that's actually quite creepy, just shouting, getting closer and closer to you. And I thought, what if you had like a supermarket, escape room type thing, and it was set in a supermarket, and there was somebody roaming around, and if they catch you, it's game over.
Ah, so like Pac-Man in a supermarket.
Yeah, kind of. But, you'll have to go through like the backstage, for the backstage, like it's a concert.
Into the like not warehouse, but the store.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm seeing behind the scenes.
Well, you're going into the warehouse and where they keep all the stuff and going into the offices and everything and the staff room. And you got to do all that, solve, puzzles. But you can hear this guy, getting closer to you. So when he knows about, then you got to hide. Oh, where are you going to hide? In the supermarket? I don't know, in a freezer maybe. You might die. He just decides to stop. It's like, oh boy, this is a terrible job.
Yeah.
Walking around the supermarket screaming. Meanwhile, you're stuck in the freezer watching him complaining about his job.
And then you're defrosted 100 years later.
Yeah, what a hell of a game that was. So also, I reminded myself of the cage room in W.H. Smith's. And I've talked about this on the podcast before. Sorry, I'm leaning over really far, aren't I? Yeah. It was, you've seen the cages they have in supermarkets where they have all the stuff in it.
Yeah, it's on wheels, isn't it?
Yeah. There was a room in W.H. Smith where they kept all those. But, like, half the lights didn't work in there. So half the room, it's a massive storeroom. I couldn't see how big it was. According to Nelson, it used to be a shop floor. But it was in darkness. And you just had these cages in there. And there was a bit of a draft. So the cages were sort of rattle. And it was just like...
That would be a great room to try and escape.
Yeah. People didn't like going down there because how creepy it was. Only the light by the lift worked.
Ooh, so maybe there's like a box in one of the crates and someone knocks it and spiders crawl out.
Oh, I like that. Could they be real spiders?
Depends how much you want to scare the players, I guess.
Well, I think if people start stomping on them, we might get done for animal cruelty. Please do not stomp the spider. There's going to be spiders.
Do Peter get concerned about spiders?
I bet they do.
All these people stepping on ants. What are we going to do? We can't save them all.
We'll kill all the ants, and then we can step on them. So maybe you can have a room like that in there. And I thought as well, maybe there's a bit you need, like those black lights where you can find like fingerprints and things. Yeah. You need to find a code written on the wall or something with this black light.
This is good because you got like all the sort of products and the barcodes and like the labels and stuff, so you got loads of places you could hide clues and hide like the keys to the next room in one of the products, like a cereal box. And
it'd be like supermarket sweep.
Yeah,
you've got a
get Dale Winton.
He's coming closer to it. That'd be terrifying. I don't know what. Bring on the wall! He's getting closer.
Who would be more scary, Dale Winton or Ryan? Because he hosted now.
He is quite a scary.
His teeth glowing. He's just like Cheshire Grin type smile.
Yeah, oh God. Oh, he's coming. Oh God, it's Ryland. Run! God, he's everywhere. I think they should team up and scare people in the supermarket escape room.
Yeah, maybe if did it in teams, then one could go after one team and the other after
Yeah! Ooh, I like that. Yeah, so I think that's everything I've got.
Is there like a name for these escape rooms?
I haven't got a name. I should think of a company name, shouldn't I?
Yeah. Shop till you drop dead.
Oh, that's a great name! Yes! Another idea I had.
Ooh, just like a supplementary idea?
Yeah, supplementary idea. Relate to it.
Another idea I had was for a carrot to go.
No, I thought you could also have like a great big game of hide and seek.
Ooh.
In the
I
supermarket.
do miss hide and seek.
Oh, we should play it today.
Well, I play it with my nephew and niece when they come around. That's the second time I mentioned them.
Yeah, man. Okay,
You shout out to Harvey as well.
Yes, of course. Harvey, not your niece or nephew for that matter.
No, you're my uncle.
Oh. Revelations here, folks. It's like an episode of the Jeremy Kyle Show. This.
We're going to be cancelled and then investigated by
Very good.
No, I like it.
Oh, thank you.
So is this something the public can go to? Yeah. So I'd like to do it.
You'd probably have to buck up.
Oh, buck up your ideas, sunshine.
Sorry, I just wanted to do the escape room.
Yeah, that's what I'd do with that. Is there a prize or just like the glory of...
Ooh, well, what did we get when we did that escape room? Just the glory, wasn't it?
And we got a photo taken.
We did get a photo taken. Maybe you can get a photo taken with Dale Winton.
Yeah, not with Ryan.
No.
We can't afford him for photography.
Also, Dale Winton's dead, so, you know.
Yeah, proper corpse. Proper Halloween theme.
Yeah.
Is it a Halloween themed supermarket or just a normal supermarket?
I think it should be a normal supermarket, but, you know, you got the guy running after you.
Yeah, I suppose these days some of the prices is enough to scare
Well, I think with that we should move on.
Some quick fire ideas.
Oh, yes, let's do it.
So, Mike, what's your quick fire idea?
Well, you look different, Ben.
Yes, well, it's been a long wait since the last. I've lost a lot of weight. No, it's a mess.
Oh, God! God, you knew that was coming. I like your hair now, by the way. It looks good.
So what's your quick fire idea?
Well, Ben.
Yes, thanks.
Yes, that's nice to know. But anyway, my quick fire idea is for a Halloween interior decorator.
Oh, Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen.
Yes.
I was trying to think of the pun.
Lawrence Llewellyn Boo in.
Ah, there you go.
Thank you. Yeah, so they come in, they decorate your house for Halloween.
Ah, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good, because if you're having a party... And then
Yeah. And as you can see, we've decorated. We put a net up.
Just haven't cleaned for a few days.
Yeah. We got the pumpkins, you know.
But anyway, quick fire ideas.
Yes, sorry.
I like it.
Yeah. So anyway, what's your quick fire idea?
Well, my quick fire idea is for Frankenfigure. So basically, it's a figure that comes with like detachable limbs. And there's like 10 arms, 10 legs. And then you can build, and like a few torsos, you can build, and heads.
Of course.
And you can build your own Frankenstein.
I like that. And you could get different sets.
Yeah. And the legs would be like different lengths, so it'd lean.
That's good. No, I like that. When you said Frankenfigure, I thought like that's your beach bob. Beach bob? Beach bud.
Ah.
I'm going for a Frankenfigure this year. I like the stitches. Thank you.
Well, maybe we'll have you in stitches with our next idea.
Hey! Very good. So, my idea was for... Oh, yes, by the way, I've killed Ben. I didn't care for his idea very much at all. So, my idea is for... wake up, Ben, come on.
Ah! That hurt more than a pretend stabbing.
Hey, look at that. It's ketchup.
It's not, it's blood.
Oh.
Cut myself shaving earlier.
Jesus Christ. That's a massive...
No, it was ketchup.
Oh, well, that is a
So,
you
Mike,
bleed ketchup.
while I'm cleaning myself up, do you want to start with your idea?
I do. So I actually have it on my phone.
I imagine that's how you would say it at the wedding. Do you take this woman to be your wife? I do, as a matter of fact.
Well, Ben, I've got an idea for a film.
Ooh.
And, thanks.
It says right for killing me. You're killing me.
Nice reference. I haven't got a name for it. Maybe that's something we can come up with on the show. I saw that.
Yes, carry on.
So it's in a small town in America, and it's plagued by a killer in a bedsheet ghost costume. And high school kids keep getting glimpses of this bedsheet ghost leading up to the killings. And it sort of goes viral. They film it on their phones. Oh, bedsheet ghost! Then someone ends up getting killed. So they start filming this ghost, this guy in a bedsheet. Oh my God, look at him! Then they realise that this bedsheet is actually a killer. It's like, okay, maybe we shouldn't have been filming him all along. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of what I've written here. So anyway, the full story actually starts 60 years prior to the film. So in the 60s, a bullied kid went to a high school Halloween party in disguise as a bedsheet ghost. so that no one knew he was there, because, Anyway, he ended up killing his bullies. Getting revenge on them. 20 or so years later, the bedsheet ghost killer has become...
Bedsheet goes missing. Oh, where did I put that bedsheet?
This is...
If I don't find it now, I'm going to kill someone.
That's it, I can't find it. I'm going to put this bedsheet ghost costume on and kill someone. The bedsheet ghost killer has become an urban legend, kind of like the Bunny Man, or, stuff like that. But then in the 90s, 30 years after the initial killings, this nerdy kid at high school does the same trick, disguises himself as a bedsheet ghost. Or the red bedsheet ghost, as it's written here for some reason, to go to a Halloween party, but not to kill anyone, but to, hang out with this girl that he likes. But, he's just a nerdy kid, so he can't go there normally. Oh. Well, this drunk high school kid bullies him. They uncover who he is, and they start...
Oh, and do they think he was the one who was killing people?
No, because that happened 30 years ago. And this kid, he was...
I'm struggling to keep up with that.
So, in the 60s, these killings happened.
Yes.
By this kid who was bullied. 30 years later, in the 90s, Ben, this kid goes to the high school dressed as the ghost. And
dressed as the ghost, like the ghost
killer?
Or?
This is like an urban legend thing. So everyone knows about the bedsheet ghost killer in this world. So they chase him out the house. They chase him down the street. They're throwing rocks and stones and stuff at him. And then they all surround him. And one of them throws a rock, or like a big rock or a brick or something.
Why are they... Do they think he's the killer?
No, because he's a nerd and they're bullying him.
Oh, okay.
There's no rhyme or reason to these things, Ben, I'm afraid. And they throw a rock, a big rock or a brick, hits him in the head. It could be a brick.
Could be a boulder.
Could be anything. Massive boulder, Jesus. They throw it at him, hits him in the head, kills him.
Oh.
All right. 30 years later.
You love your 30 years.
I do love my 30 years.
Exactly 30 years to the day.
Well, Ben, 30 years later from the 90s is this year.
Oh.
How old are we, Ben? We're in our 30s now.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It was one of us.
Oh, God! It wasn't.
No.
No.
I've never killed anyone.
That we know of. People we don't know of, killed loads of them. So 30 years...
I suppose indirectly. Like if you left germs somewhere and someone got cold and they had
That's a terrifying thought. Imagine all the people we've killed with our germs. Jesus, that should be the horror film.
Wash your hands, folks.
Yes. Do it. But anyway, so I'm lost now. It's gone off topic. 30 years after that, the killings start again. So, now, this is where I'm stuck. I don't know whether the killing should be related to what happened 30 years ago, or if it's just someone taking inspiration from what happened 60 years ago in the 60s.
Ooh.
So it's either going to be a relative of...
of the nerd.
Yeah, and now he's killing the kids of these bullies. Or it's just going to be someone who's, a copycat killer. He's copying the 60s slayings.
Yeah.
So he's going around in the bedsheet ghost costume.
Yeah. Because the first bedsheet killer, he got killed, didn't he?
No. He would have been arrested.
Oh, arrested.
Whether they give him the death penalty then, I don't know.
No, because I was thinking if he got killed and then the second one got killed, then someone might try and frame someone to get them killed. No. Plus 30 years later, it's a bit... bit of a weak plot. But, I like the idea of a relative. Or maybe someone from the school. Like a teacher who saw... Like a young teacher saw the one in the 60s and then the other teacher saw the one in the 30 years later. When he was older.
Thing is, if he was a teacher in the 60s, how old would you have to be a teacher?
Yeah, that's true. Well, young. Like
25?
Yeah.
So 30 years onto that, he's now 55. Another 30 years onto that.
When he's an old man. He's not working at the school anymore, but...
He's an 85-year-old man killing people.
Yeah, and he wasn't the original killer, wasn't he? So...
No,
I don't know.
Webs. You really should get this place cleaned up, there. Well, maybe we can, because there's more.
Well, yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe then, like the bullies, when they're older, they get picked off one by one.
Yeah,
and they think, oh, it's like someone related to them has come back. But maybe it's just someone who read about it and they want to get revenge for that ghost. Avenge them.
Yeah, maybe. Because, well, there is more to it.
Oh.
So, but anyway, this kid who's...
There's more, but anyway.
So, I keep losing place because this is so badly...
Transcribed.
Yeah, thank you. So there's actually, Ben, get this big twist. There are 2 ghosts, bedsheet ghosts.
Oh my God.
But here's the twist. The one bedsheet ghost is a real ghost. He's the ghost of the kid who died in the 90s.
See, I like that.
See, and so, because he died in the costume, he's now always in the costume.
So is the other one a copycat? And maybe the ghost stops him from killing people?
Oh, well, Ben, you've read this already, haven't you? So one of them's going around as a real ghost. Sorry.
I like the way you keep like building it up and offering it for me to suggest what happens next, and then you've already written it.
Well, I'm like doing a back and forth. It's like a game of tennis here. We're coming up with ideas. Maybe they're better than what I've got. Maybe, I don't care for them. I had this image of this ghost, the real ghost. This girl's like walking down the street. She sees this bedsheet ghost killer. She knows there's a killer about, dressed as a bedsheet ghost. And as this bedsheet standing there, blood starts forming on the sheet. Because it's actually the ghost of the actual kid who got killed.
What, and his head just starts to bleed every
Yeah,
time.
well, because he was hitting the head with the brick, that's what killed him. And so now it's like, history's repeating itself,
What, does she throw a brick at him?
No. He just starts bleeding randomly. Throws a brick at a ghost. And he actually cuts it. Not again!
She doesn't know it's a ghost, so maybe like she throws it and it sort of goes through him, and then his head starts bleeding anyway.
I do prefer the idea of it just bleeding randomly. Because then you'll be like, oh, what's going on?
So what does she do? When
she pisses herself and runs down the street. Like any normal teenage girl will do.
But doesn't she... Oh, yeah, so she's scared because she thinks it's the killer.
Yeah, and also this crazy thing's happening, so nope, I'm out of here, So anyway, my idea for the ending is that the real ghost stops the killer.
Ah, that's what I said a few minutes ago.
Yeah, well, funny. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Or at least, the ghost sort of, helps stop the killer, or helps, the heroine stop the killer.
And then at the end, like, he disappears because he's done his, like, duties, saved him.
Yeah.
And then the killer's arrested or whatever. And then, like, the last frame of the shot is the killer sitting in the prison, and then the ghost of the kid who was killed in the 60s appears. He goes, I have a mission for you.
Oh.
No, he just appears to him and says, like, you get what you deserve or something.
Yeah, bitch. Backhand. I don't know I did that. Pimp slaps him. No, well, I was thinking maybe if he's a ghost, he can't physically touch somebody. Maybe like he appears at the killer's house. Because I'm thinking that there's going to be the main character is going to be a girl, because it normally is in these horror films. So maybe he's got her at his house. He's got her cornered. He's going to get her. Oh, I'm going to get you. And then the ghost appears. He says, oh my God, a ghost! He falls down the stairs, maybe breaks his neck.
Yeah, like she distracts him and causes him to die.
Yeah. So, and that's how he dies. And of course, he's got all the evidence that he's the killer. I just had an idea. What if the killer is the son of one of the bullies who killed the kid in the 90s?
Having to think now who's who. So the killer in the present day is the son of one of the bullies.
Yes.
Yeah, that could work. Yeah, so there's a lot of death.
Yeah, a lot of death in this one. There's also a lot of time travelling.
Yeah.
My idea is that the 60s stuff and the 90s stuff, that's kind of like backstory. That's the main focus is what's the present day.
Would you do it like in order, or would you do it to flashbacks? Like,
I would do it as flashbacks. I would start, it's
in the present.
Yeah, it's 2024, or maybe 2025 now by the time we get it out. Well, this film's already dated.
And then they're in the library. Oh, did you see that story from the 60s about that ghost? Wibble wobble, wibble wobble.
Well, they start filming this guy in this ghost costume.
Oh yeah.
And then they're like, oh, that reminds me of this thing that happened in the 60s, you know. It's like some old librarian.
Maybe it's like someone who's just moved there and they don't know the story and people fill them in. Because that's usually what happens, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Don't you know the legend of Croaky Joe?
Croaky Joe? Yeah, that giant frog, man.
You'd hear him coming with...
That's terrifying, actually. That coming towards you. So you're sitting there, like in your own chair, and you very faintly hear it, and then it gets louder and louder. What the hell is that? And you turn behind you. Damn, Croaky Joe's looking in your window.
I love Croaky Joe. That's a better idea than my idea.
I doubt that very much. I'm sure you've got a great idea. We'll get to that in a moment. But
first, I have a long list of things to talk about.
Well, I don't really. The main thing I'll talk about is what we're going to call this.
Ghost. Starring Patrick Swayze.
As a killer.
No. I don't know.
It has to be...
The plot's very complicated, isn't it?
We'd have to think of something. It'd be like...
Well, what would they call him? The bedsheet ghost. Let's call it that. Bedsheet.
The bedsheet ghost. Well, what was that film? Was it The Town That Dreaded Sundown? And it's about... It doesn't really talk about the...
Town That Dreaded Bedsheets.
Look out the window, they're hanging on watching like, oh, God! Oh, I always do that. Well, these films aren't really named after the killers, are they? Like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Maybe it could be just like the night of death.
The night of the bedsheet.
Death at night.
Ooh.
Night death.
That sounds like if the Grim Reaper had a late night talk show.
If it's good.
Welcome to Death at Night. My guest today is Jack Black.
Yeah, that's what they renamed it when Patrick Moore died. So, hello and welcome to Death at Night. We're going to look at the stars from beyond the grave.
We're going to look at the stars from beyond the grave. I like that, though.
Yeah, or something to do with school, because it's... Yeah.
You know what? We're going to have a brainstorm of this. And for you folks out there, if you want to know what we called it...
Check out the poster on Instagram.
Yes! Anyway, so Ben, what is your Halloween idea?
Well, Mike, I think it was last year, or the last Halloween episode.
Mm-hmm. It probably would have been last year. I don't think we've had 2 Halloweens this year.
No, but it might have been the year before, you don't know.
Oh, maybe.
We only do one every 2 weeks.
I thought you meant Halloween episode every 2 weeks. There's a lot of... These guys have Halloween.
It's always Halloween.
Welcome to the Halloween podcast.
But you'll remember a recent Halloween idea was poltergeists.
Oh, I love poltergeists.
And that was very successful.
It was. We still talk about poltergeists. That's probably like the pinnacle of ideas.
Most talked about ideas.
Yeah.
But this year, we've gone down a similar theme.
Ooh.
We have similar punny name.
Oh.
It's poltergeists. It's 2 friends who work together. And their boss is like really mean and they mean to them and they hate their job and that. And then one day they get killed.
Oh dear.
And they decide to just haunt their boss and like prank him and like poltergeist.
I like it, poltergeist. I like it. Maybe they could have a podcast as well where they discuss ideas.
Yeah. Ideas for killing their boss.
Oh yeah. I like it. Poltergeist. Is it like a film or this a TV series?
No, a film. I don't think you could stretch out the series.
So how are we going to scare our boss this week?
So yeah, they basically scare him. And maybe they find out that he was responsible for their death somehow.
Ooh.
Even inadvertently.
Yeah, like he got them to come out of work in like a storm or something.
Yeah. Or like he didn't bother to do the safety checks on something.
Oh yeah, that's even better, yeah.
And they got killed.
Then they find that out. Maybe they're... would they go to heaven or hell? So I'm thinking maybe then they get a deal like, hey, if you want, you can go back and haunt this guy. That doesn't seem like a very heavenly thing.
Yeah, no, I think they just appear as...
Jesus Christ going, no, guys, you've got...
He's quite the prankster,
You've got a raw deal. Yeah. If you want, I can send you back as poltergeists.
Oh, you know what would be great? You go back, and I'll send you some fishes and loaves. That'll be crazy. What you do, you get the glass of water, and then I'll go, ooh, and turn it into wine.
You think you're drinking
oh my God.
I'm just having water. And the poltergeist are going, you're getting drunk. Jesus is a prankster, I like it.
But they'll just appear as poltergeists. And then, so what's the end game? Do they kill their boss?
I think they drive him insane.
Yeah.
Maybe there should be like another guy. He's like a nice family guy. Lucky there's a family guy. He's just the sweetest guy. He'd be a great boss. But he can't get the chance because of the boss. Yeah. So in the end, they drive him insane.
And then he gets to be the boss.
Yeah. And the bad boss, he goes into like an asylum.
Yeah, that could be the film, Bad Boss. No, Bad Boss. Poltergeist is...
Yeah, I like... Because you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of these old, like, 80s, early 90s, like, buddy comedy. Chris Farley.
Yeah, exactly that sort of...
And also I'm thinking of 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton.
Yes.
And a bunch of other people.
Yeah, that could be the theme.
Yeah. Haunting 9 to 5. Yeah, they only haunt during office hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They just sort of fade away, like.
Yeah.
So then they're like, oh damn, we gotta get it done by 5.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. I really.
And that could
like
be the
this.
montage then, and then you could do a parody of Haunting 90.
Yeah. I like this idea. I really do like it.
Well, I'm actually going to do something that we haven't done on the podcast before.
Oh,
it's kind of unprecedented and thrown out the rule book.
Oh, good.
Because I've already designed the poster.
Oh!
So I thought I'd show you the poster. Before I do, though, can you predict who I've cast as the boss?
Oh, the boss. I see.
While I get the laptop.
Well, there's one actor we always come to. So I'm going to say that the boss is played by none other than the actor whose name I can't remember.
It's not Miriam Margolyes.
Jim Broadbent.
Oh, close.
Oh.
But way off.
John Broadbent.
It's an actor that's mean and grouchy and a little bit scary. Who's an actor that I'm scared of?
Oh, Timothy Spall.
Yes. And here is the poster.
Oh, that is awesome.
It's me and you as poltergeist.
Hey. Why have I got 6 fingers?
I don't know. Maybe that's what he did to you. He sewed an extra finger on his head to make you work harder.
Oh, what type faster. Man, I think if someone sewed an extra finger onto me rather than drive them insane, I'd want to kill them. This man torturing his workforce.
We can't kill people.
Oh, true.
But then again, I suppose if you're poltergeist, it's like you can't get arrested or killed.
No, that is true.
You could kill them, and would you have a conscience? I suppose if you're a poltergeist and then you complete your mission, then you die, you won't have anything to worry about because you won't be able to worry.
That's
You'll be
true.
dead.
You go to heaven and it's like, I saw you kill that guy. That kind of changes things, you know. I have to send you to hell now.
Yeah,
Come on, one guy. I was already dead.
Quite a moral quandary.
Yeah. But I do like them driving him insane.
Yeah.
That's...
And I like the idea of someone else who deserves to be the boss.
Yeah. Some real hard-working, nice guy who wants to make things better for the workforce. Yeah. I like it.
So that's poltergeist.
Poltergeist. I love that.
So what sort of stuff would they do?
Oh, sort of things poltergeists would do, I guess. Maybe they start moving things around. Start off subtle.
Yeah.
So he starts thinking, my pen was on that side. He puts his pen over there, and it gets working, and the pen shifts, and he goes, looks for his pen, it's going,
I love that. It's really like sort of comical thing of him like putting his pen there and looking down, and then you just see someone float over.
Yeah. Or you just see it move on its own, and then he reaches for it, or like he reaches for his tea and it's over there.
Ooh, maybe they don't realise they're both dead, and at first, like they're both doing stuff. They're like, "Hang on, oh, it's you! Hey, hey, Mike!
Hey, Ben! Yeah, I could put my hand right through you.
Mm.
Normally I'd do that and just touches you. Yeah, I don't like you doing that to me.
Boundaries, mate. They may be dead, but they're still boundaries.
Oh, they go for a high five and miss. Like
Yeah.
the hands go through each other.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
I mean, it doesn't make sense that how can they move things around in the physical world, but
Well,
they can't high five each other. But it's a good visual gag.
Yeah.
Mm.
So they do that, and then they'd mess with his lunch as well.
Yeah. Oh, like they bring in like I don't know anchovies or something,
Yeah.
which he doesn't like.
Like Ben, like really painstakingly paints an onion to look like an apple. He's like, oh,
I like that. That's good.
just like petty things at first, but then they start building it up, like
Because I was like ripping pages out of books.
Yeah.
You know, like throwing things out of drawers.
unscrewing the screws on his chairs.
Yeah. Like messing about with the wiring so the lights flicker.
Yeah.
You know, and then they can appear to him.
Yeah.
And that's what drives him over the edge. He runs out screaming.
Yeah, like you know in Toy Story when they figures like talk to Andy.
Yeah.
Like that at the very end.
You mean
talk to Sid.
Sid, yeah.
But,
Poor Andy been driven insane.
But and then like they build it up and like maybe like cut the brakes on his car and
That's a bit much. I think we should stick to PG-13.
yeah. So yeah, just minor things.
Yeah. Because this is going to be sort of aimed at
kids.
Yeah, well, families,
And we don't want to tell them to drive people insane.
Yeah. Well, no, we do.
Yeah,
we don't want them to kill the people.
Yeah.
Maybe we should aim more for like a 12A rating.
Yeah.
So it can be a bit more risque.
The Canadian 12.
Yeah, 12, eh? Well, I had an idea as well. What if the boss, he was a married man. What if he had a
mistress.
What if he had a secretary that he was trying to, seduce? She was having none of it. So they get in touch with his wife.
Yeah. And
they sort
he
of
gets caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to ruin him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they can muck about with
wife and then lose his job and
well, loses his mind.
Yeah.
Maybe they can muck about with his taxes and things. And,
yeah.
Maybe he's cheating on his taxes
as
well. Because this is sounding more like an American thing now that I'm talking about taxes and secretaries. I don't know if we have. Sure, we have secretaries.
Get that secretary to do my checks.
And by that I mean suck my penis. Telling the Peter Griffin there for a second. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, they muck about with his laptop. He ends up giving all his money away.
Yeah,
Now he's
that's
broke.
nice.
Yeah, and like all these sick children come into his office.
And I tried to hug him. Get out.
Yeah. And then finally, he's like drinking away his worries, his troubles. And then, I think the lights start going, the things are flying out the filing cabinets. And here come Ghost Ben and Ghost Mike.
I think I was imagining it, he's just sitting there like his last day before he has to leave the office, like he's been, or whatever, and he's just sitting there like, and then like they just sort of rise up like in front of the desk, and they go, boo.
Yeah.
And that's like what that's what sends him.
Well, I think it should be a build up of things, the lights going and the stuff's happening. It's just floating around the room. Mike's just standing there like dancing with like a lamp.
Yeah, I think like so the slow like the sort of boo thing, and then it goes, and then it's like this crazy stuff going off.
Well, I'm thinking
or the other way around.
I think crazy stuff should be going off, and then he's like, "Oh, what's going on? What's happening?" And then boo. And then he screams, "Ah!" out the door, into the car park. He's soiled himself. He's drunk. He's trying to get into his car. Ben and Mike are coming after him. He ends up crashing the car, of course. He crashes into a police car.
Yeah.
A police cruiser.
And then he starts ranting about ghosts.
Yeah. Okay, this guy's crazy. And then, next day at work, what's happened?
And then, like, maybe... Because only he can see Ben and Mike, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, then maybe, like, Ben's messed around Mike the policeman and, like, he tries to slap him. And he hits the policeman.
Yes. I love that.
And then, like...
he slaps the policeman. Ah!
And then, like, he sort of, I don't know, goes to grab something and then, like, Mike pulls the policeman's trousers down and, like, makes it look like he's done it.
He's done it,
Showing the fun side of ghosts.
Yeah. I like this. I think this is a really good idea, and I think we should write it now.
Yes.
Right now. While we're on the podcast.
Yes. So, enjoy the next 4 hours of us writing this script. And in the meantime, you can follow us on social media, Ben and Mike Idea. Ben and Mike Idea.
That's it, yeah.
And next week, we got a guest on the show.
We have. Well, you say next week, you mean the week after.
Yes, I do. Yes, we've got a special guest. Should we tell them who it is?
Can do.
They're not going to know. It's a woman called Rachel.
The woman called Rachel. Well, we're going to need an idea for that.
Yes. So,
who was the last to come up with an idea? Was it you and your mode of transport?
Yeah, Magna Rail. I love it.
I'm going to forget the Magna Rail.
So, yeah,
well, we're going to have to. Yeah, we're going to have to think of a new idea. I'm thinking. I'm looking at you. Ben's got a picture of superheroes on his wall. I should say. I say his wall. It's the spare room.
Studio, mate.
Sorry. I'm thinking, what if we have to come up with an idea for a superhero?
Oh.
But because we've been thinking of extra things, it's not just a movie, it's got to be a documentary, it's not just an album, it has to be a concept album. What about if it was a useless superhero?
Oh.
Or a superhero with a useless superpower?
Yeah.
Yeah, or just something silly like that, what do you think?
Yes, something silly like this.
Ah, yes. Or something silly like this.
Hey, we're gone bad! There's poltergeists coming for us! Another pumpkin!
I'm genuinely worried now.
So am I. Let's call the doctor in the room for him.
Yes.
Bye! Bye! The Had an Idea podcast was created by Ben Coleman and Michael Mason. The title music was Panama Hat by Audio Nautics. Thanks for listening.
I'm gonna kill you.
Fucking like that.